I'm so over the moon by being part of this year's World Travel Market event, WTM London 2024. So come with me to this amazing event in London where all the big guys, the big gurus in the travel industry come together to meet for business discussions, education, and networking. It is one of the world's most influential, largest tourism and travel events. So I am going to be taking you around for a little tour to about 200 plus countries across the globe and over 4,000 plus travel companies under one umbrella, Excel London. Of course, that's one of the main reasons why I was personally invited, so I can convey this news to you, my lovely friends, my lovely subscribers out there. So get yourself a cup of coffee or tea or a drink and let's head to Excel London for WTM 2024. I think I arrived like an hour before the start time, yeah. And first thing first, I had to go through registration and grab my badge. And at those points, ladies and gentlemen, I felt so important for a minute. Media, okay? Right, from there I headed straight to this information board where all the countries and companies in attendance are displayed, and this makes it easier to locate a particular stand that you need to connect to. And I kid you not, these 4,000 plus companies and close to 200 countries, we needed to connect with them within the 3 days period. So the journey actually began with me visiting the Europe side, yeah. So the whole place was categorized, okay, into Europe, Asia, Africa, and all that. So I started with the Europe side, and oh my, these people didn't come to play at all. See, the effort put in to exhibit these countries and culture was so amazing. Like, people didn't come to play at all. They really put in the effort to exhibit their countries, to exhibit their culture to all the people out here. The whole place was just buzzing, guys. Like, talking about big dignitaries like trade ministers, ambassadors, international media, TV personalities, content creators, and many more. Everyone was there, and guys, the connection was so pure and so united. There were a whole lot of stuff to see, to eat, and to learn. Guys, I had a very good time, right? So from there, had one-on-one meetings with some tourism boards and companies, including the hospitality industries like the hotels, the resorts, of course, yes. So you guys need to watch out for more videos on this channel. You need to keep an eye, all right? The event was also packed with so many information, so many teachings. There was the annual travel report that was presented, and guys, I kid you not, gone were those days that people do say sports or football was one of the tools that united people globally. But let me surprise you, or in case you care to know, let me announce this to you that travel has really taken over. Travel has come to stay. According to the reports, travel has now become one of the tools that is uniting people globally, and then it's exposing people to other cultures. Okay, right. I later came to this Turkish stand where they had these seats that replicate their business class flights. So your girl had to have a go. Why not? Yes, we needed to have a feel of how a business class will look on us, and oh my god, it was so amazing. Look at that. And guys, if I have to talk about freebies, I might be biased and I might end up not mentioning one company or one tourism board, and that wouldn't be fair. So to all of them, thanks to them, because before I noticed, it was one free or goodie bag from the other. Okay, one bag from the other. I then came to say hello to Montenegro and Hyatt Regency Resort. I didn't need to explain the reason why I went there to say hello, because I already have a video or videos on the channel for both of them, so I don't need to go into details with that. Okay, so after that I decided to go for break, had some lunch, and I came back and the whole thing repeated all over again. And then right from lunch we then decided to head straight to the Asia and the Middle East and Africa region. Oh my god, I was saying the Europeans didn't come to play, but since the Asians and the Middle East people, they also didn't come to play. Guys, look at the amounts of time, energy, resources that have been put in place just to exhibit one particular country. You guys, you need to visit them, or you need to visit those countries, because the way they are portraying themselves, that is the same thing. So for instance, I went to Morocco, and I put this down, and I have to go through their tunnel, because of course, if you go to Morocco, you need this one of the itineraries that you need to do in Morocco, that is that tunnel, the blazing tunnel. Okay, you need to do it. And since I have not been to Morocco yet, yes, let's just have a feel of Morocco today. After going around, talking to people, taking pictures, having fun, eating, trying different local dishes, local delicacies, and all that, I then decided to go say hello to my motherland, Ghana. Yes, why not? And from there, I headed straight to our neighbors, Nigeria, of course. And Nigeria also didn't come to play. They didn't come to play, even though their stand was not so like giving, like the same way Ghana was also not just giving. That is, to me, it wasn't giving that much. But one thing Nigeria did that was so exciting was that they came down there with Nigeria jollof and other traditional meal from Nigeria to serve people. And come and see the queue. Oh my God, come and see the queue. Everyone, like everyone. And this one, I'm not talking about just someone on the street coming in to taste Nigerian jollof or something. These are huge personalities, big people. Everyone is in the queue going for Nigerian jollof, fried rice, whatever, like any food, anything you know coming from Nigeria was right present, and they were distributed. And the DJ also didn't come to play. The DJ was given Afrobeat back to back, and the place was charming. Guys, this is me here now enjoying my jollof, my Nigerian jollof in peace. Please don't come and ask me how does the Nigerian jollof taste different from Ghana jollof. I don't know. All I know is that I was at the program and I was served Nigerian jollof because my country didn't come to serve me Ghana jollof. Joking, okay? And I must say that was a smart deal from the Nigerians, because whilst they noticed a lot of people were in the queue for the food, you know what, they grabbed the opportunity to advertise and market airpiece. In case you don't know, they are running airpiece now, isn't it? Yeah, so they use the opportunity to sell out airpiece to us. This event has been one of the best program or whatever I've ever attended so far. Okay, it's so amazing. I met loads of people, loads of contacts. Oh my God, it was becoming so overwhelming. Met the like big people from the industry talking about.
My name is Matthias Schmid. I'm the Senior Vice President for Booking.com's global accommodation.
So to my right, we have Carl Ellis here from TikTok. Then we have Annalie Bridgestock from Jungle Creations. We have Holly Phillips there.
CEO of Booking.com, talk about CEO of TikTok, talk about the biggest people in the TV and radio, whatever. Just mention them. Everyone was there, and it will surprise you how they were all like connecting as if they know you already. I had so much fun, so much to learn from these people, how they are making the things run, and so much to learn from other countries, what is working for them, what is not working, what they are putting in place to make tourism to be interesting, and then to make it easier for other people, especially solo travelers and female travelers who are scared of going to particular countries, to be able to take those initiatives without being bored.
But then there's also perception. I heard today someone was saying, I heard people didn't want to go to Dubai now because it's too close to the conflict in the Middle East. I thought that's crazy. Dubai's so far removed from that. But that is the perception of.
And I was so pleased and privileged to be invited for this particular program, because oh my God, at a point I was like, is that me? Abena, is that me? Of course, it's me that I'm bumbering with the big man. If you want to bumper. I'm going to use this opportunity to let all of you out there watching me now that whatever you're doing, keep doing it. Just do the right thing and do it well. Keep doing it, even if no one is watching. Keep doing it, because you might not know. Just one day. It's just one day. You see, let me tell you, those contents you are posting them, and you are discouraged, I know your family and whatever are not watching, so you are disturbed. Don't be disturbed, okay? Don't be disturbed. Keep posting them. Just keep posting them and do the right thing. Just one day, someone is going to chance on that video. It's going to chance on that TikTok video. It's going to chance on that YouTube video. It's going to chance on your Instagram page. It's going to chance on whatever that you're doing. And of course, definitely, that is going to be the change of your story. and we thank God for all the good things that He's doing for us. Okay, so yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this mini vlog about those countries that I've brought up here for you. At least let me know in the comment section which of these countries stood out for you, and which of them would you, if you are given the opportunity, would you visit? Okay, yes, and until I see you again in another video, keep being nice, keep being you, keep being lovely, and peace.
3 is it's important to fail, because to fail means that you take a risk and you've tried. But 4, to Catherine's point, if you keep on showing up and being consistent, you will eventually measure your success. And I want to make sure that you haven't missed anything that you want to share with the audience before you might have to.
No, I just feel really honored to have been invited, and thank you to WTM 24 London for putting this on and for gathering all these people. I hope you've networked and had an awesome time.
Thank you.